Welcome back to Trails to Azure. I'm the TheDarkSeraph. Last time we were running around Crossbell trying to find everyone's favorite restaurant. I've done Central, West, East, Administrative, and Harbor and Entertainment. We got Tio's favorite, we got Randy's favorite, and we got Noel's favorite. I gotta get everybody else. Halfway there. Oh yeah, we did residential as well. Because the bakery. Is there one in the back alley besides the jazz bar? Yeah, that's what I thought. Can I even go down here? Yeah, no point in going down there. Not seeing a food cart at Orcus at IBC. How about Orcus Tower? Not seeing a food truck. I guess check the other restaurants just in the state itself. I said not to worry about Michelin. Yeah, there is a restaurant here. Three whole days? Might be something I end up doing later. Yeah, it says long. That's something I can come back to if I want. There's nobody here. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a cryptid down there. I guess I might as well go fight it. There was one thing we could definitely not tell if it was. We could definitely tell it was hostile approaching it from afar, but well, it felt like the reason it wasn't crept over to the boathouse is because it can't. It's like it's immobile. Huh. So it's just kind of stuck there. Well, let's go fuck it up. Hopefully it lets me adjust the party first. I want my healer. And there's the pleroma grass behind it. It's one big mama jama. Sensing any spatial distortion, Teotot? Yes, time, space, and mirage. All three higher elements are present. Though I can't quite pinpoint the cause. That's troubling. So what's the plan? Kill it! Yeah, we're gonna go with the OG. Oh, I did not get heals before doing this. A Hydra plant tendril. Its savage nature leads it to attack any prey it finds. Weak to space. Space. A botanical cryptid that emerged from a spatial rift. Each tendril acts of its own accord. These are weak to the higher elements. Gives us a chance to fuck this thing up. Oh, fucking hell! That's better than the first run of it. Impede level 2. That was strong. Not the cryptid itself, evidently. A shame that was my best guess. Well, that takes care of that. You were able to take down the cryptid? We managed. You should still be careful, but I doubt it's coming back anytime soon. A Viking rod. Okay. I understand that's a bit of a waste, but Wazzy gets one. Was there an eatery at the Tangram Gate? I don't remember. Yes. Tio, Randy, and Noel all have their favorite. And Wazzy just got his. All that's left is Randy, is Lloyd, and Ellie. So I guess go to Belgard, maybe? Because there's one over here, too. And nobody really cared for this one. Okay. People liked it, though. Like, it's good. It's just... doesn't rock their socks, I guess. There's one up in Mainz. Probably Armorica, too. And nobody's favorite. Okay. Let's try Armorica. An omelet. And Lloyd just got his. Oh, let's say I think Wazzy got his favorite. Maybe I was mistaken. But so far, Lloyd, Tio, Randy, Noel. So maybe Wazzy with that one from a minute ago, but I could be mistaken. Ellie and Wazzy are the ones that I know of. Ellie is the one that I know definitely still has yet to find her favorite. Is there one at the police academy? I don't think so. I guess I was gonna walk back. Ursula's gonna take a while, so let's go back to Crossbell. Turn in the requests that I've done. And there's Wazzy's little aquarium. Looks good. Can I give... Still can't give her the bear. That's weird. Chief Tulta. Apparently there's a quest with that. Let's go do that, I guess. I don't remember if Tulta was at Mainz or Armorica. Let's check Armorica first. Like, I'm pretty sure we found Wazzy's. I think the only one left is Ellie. It was Armorica. It's concerning... Oh, hello, Harold. It's concerning, yes. I believe there's a possibility he's been... Hello, Chief Tulta. You called about the specials. You called for the SSS? Oh, hello, Mr. Hayworth. There you all are. I've been waiting. I take it you've seen the request that... Thank you for coming. Sure thing. Why are you here, though, Mr. Hayworth? As it so happens, he has a stake in this particular problem. After talking things over, Chief Tulta and I decided it would be prudent of us to consult the SSS. Considering the circumstance, we thought the situation called for a professional investigation. If that's the case, this must be a serious issue. I recall the description mentioning that this had to do with your son, correct? It's a complicated matter. Derek told Harold that Armorica would no longer be doing business with him. Really? Why? Haven't you always been on excellent terms with the village, Mr. Hayworth? Yes, I've done my best to be kind to the people ever since we started doing business. I come to see Chief Tulsa today because I was afraid there had been some sort of misunderstanding. Ugh. Let me guess, the chief there was just out of the loop as you were. Yes, you are. We never intended to wrong Mr. Hayworth like this. Losing a customer to him would have a grave loss for our village. I'm sure my son is fully aware. That is strange. What reason could Derek have to go over your head and make a decision like this? It's exactly what Harold and I have been discussing. In doing so, a certain questionable individual came to mind. Derek has been meeting with a foreigner from out of state. A foreigner? They took his job! We don't have any more detail on him at the moment. All we know is that he and Derek have been talking behind closed doors. Nothing so suspicious like a secret meeting. Quite right. As such, my request to you is to investigate this foreigner for us. If he truly is plotting some sort of nefarious scheme, we need to put a stop to it. The young lady is correct. Derek and I have been at odds for how to run the village for a long time. I've tried to confront him about this, but I can never get an answer out of him. As his father, it pains me to admit that. Derek and Elkin are delivering produce to the city right now. Maybe better off speaking to them last. So just talk to village residents, they said? Yes. Him. Well, if I had to describe the man, I'd say considerate. Can you elaborate? He was passing by children as they were playing, and they accidentally got his clothes dirty. Rather than raise a fuss, he paid it no mind. In fact, he even gave them some treats. I didn't decide whether to thank him, compliment him, or apologize to him. He had me speechless. Interesting. Well, thanks for your time. Well, he seems like a decent enough person, though it could just be he's trying to get on their good terms. Mom spanked Camille the other day. His butt was all red like an apple. He probably deserved it. I think the Viking rod's going to use smaller fish you catch with the primary. Let's test that theory. Let's try that again. I hesitated on the pull there. Not with any of those anyway. Because usually people on the outskirts here. Nobody in here. I guess I can ask around the inn. Minth. He wasn't too chatty, but there's not much to tell. He did call Derek up to his room a couple of times to talk about something or another. That's pretty much all I know. I don't know if there's anything else to... Oh yeah, the general store. Oh, him. He's got a keen eye, I can tell you that much. What do you mean? Well, the man's become infatuated with our honey. He was raving about it being a surefire hit that he could sell across the entire continent. Was he a trader? I've never heard of him outright say it, but it seems likely. With discerning taste like that, I'm sure he's already made a name for himself. I'd be thrilled if my grandson were to follow his example. We have more information to go off of now that we've spoken to the villagers. A man named Mineth, and he's believed to be a foreign merchant. He's supposedly a kind man. The type that's courteous, patient, and caring with children. On the other hand, we don't know why he's here in the first place. That's suspicious in and of itself. The biggest thing that stands out to him is talking with the village chief's son in secret. That doesn't pass the smell test. That's Elkin, the one who went with Derek to the city. Elkin, right? We have a couple things that we'd like to ask you. What can I do for you? Let me guess, you came to ask me about my shiny new orbital truck. Sorry to disappoint you. But it's a Vern Company's latest model. Mineth gave it to me for real cheap. Ah. You mean that foreigner who's been visiting the village recently? Just how cheap are we talking? Get this. He gave it to me for the low price of just 50,000. Only 50,000? What I wouldn't give to be that lucky just once. Does the goddess have it in for me or something? Easy, Noel. I can see you turning as green as your hat. Sorry, force of habit. Moving past Noel's mechanophilia. Yeah, she likes her cars. The average market value of a new truck should be nearly 500,000, which makes it the amount you paid exorbitantly low. That would be like that'd be a 90% discount. That sounds more like charity than a bargain. He said the price was cut so we can make our work easier without breaking our budget. He and Derek have been working on some sort of plan. I think it's coming along. That Mineth, I'll tell you. My hat's off to him. Plan? Shit. Derek said I'm not supposed to talk about it. Pretend you didn't hear that. Anyway, this Mineth guy's the real deal. If you say so. Did you come back alone? Chief Tolte said you and Derek went to the city together to deliver produce. We did, but Derek told me he'd catch a bus back to the village later. Okay. Entertainment district. I think he said entertainment. Yeah, but the hotel there. Like, I don't... He's definitely trying to suck up to the people of Crossbell. Although it doesn't seem like he has any malintent. It really just does feel like he's just butter them up for a business deal. Probably in one of the suites. Excuse me. Alright, we'll meet up again tomorrow then. Good talking to you as always. Aren't you the... Pardon us. You're Derek from Armorica, correct? Is there something I can help you with? I probably should have opened with this, but we're with the special support section. We have a few questions we'd like to ask you. That's so. Let me guess, my father sent you here, didn't he? So he even called the police, huh? That's just rich. He had his reasons. I already know his game. He's snooping around to find out what I'm up to. Well, I have nothing to hide. Ask me anything you want. We'll get straight to the point, then. We were told that you've been meeting in secret with a man named Mineth. Would you mind explaining? Whatever. It's not as though my father can do anything about it. Mineth's been helping me out with a little project of sorts. It's all part of my plan to revolutionize the village. Why would you keep something so important from your father? Well-intended or not, doesn't it concern him just as much as you? I've tried talking to my father about this kind of thing more times than I can count. He said he has to say... All he ever says is that I've lost sight of our ideals, and that making drastic changes won't solve anything. But if things continue the way they are, a rural village like ours has no future. Real, meaningful reform is the only way to keep Armorica alive. My father doesn't understand that one bit. I see. And it is from there that you encountered Mineth. Unlike my father, he's actually willing to listen. In fact, he helped me discover a huge opportunity in our village's apiary. I plan on working with him to launch a major enterprise in the near future. You what? Can you even hear yourself right now? Mind your own beeswax. That's all I have to say to you. You got what you came for. I need to get back to the village if you don't mind. He's coming from a good place, but a bit short-sighted. That was rather curt. He totally blew us off. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe we should try speaking with this guy ourselves. Good call. Who is it? I didn't order room service. We're looking for Mr. Mineth. I apologize for bothering you, but we're with the special support section. We have a few questions for you. Oh, police officers. Why didn't you say so? Come on in, the door's open. Yeah, it feels like it's a guy wanting to play us. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Mineth. What brings you here today? Like I said, we have a few simple questions we'd like to answer. Will that be alright? But of course, I would be delighted to help an officer of the law. Was there some kind of trouble in the area? Not exactly. It pertains to you specifically. We want to know more about you and what brought you to Armorica. Could you start by telling us about yourself? Well, this is a surprise. But seeing as you're police officers, I suppose I have no reason not to cooperate. To reiterate, my name is Mineth, and I'm a corporate executive. My responsibilities range from product development to sales and operations. I've been visiting Armorica Village to secure an important business deal on behalf of the Quincy Company. Quincy. Not ringing any bells. Have you heard of them? In a sense, the Quincy Company is a famous international confection. It's a confection company. Sweets. They're one of the most prominent names in the field. You can even get their products here at Crossbell. Yeah, that does sound familiar. I think I used to buy their chocolates as a kid. I always paid more attention to what was in the wrappers than what was on them. That's quite alright, young man. I too was once what you might call a brand blind in my youth. You see, despite working for the company, I've never really been one for sweets. It was my long-standing reputation as an irrefusable salesman, in fact, that led me to my current position. My apologies, I didn't mean to get off track with my personal milestones. It's fine, we're the ones who asked. So about that business deal with Armorica you mentioned. Would it happen to do anything with Derek, the son of the village chief? He told us that it was something to do with the future of the village. Did he? In that case, I suppose there's no sense in keeping it under wraps. Yes, Derek and I have intended to build a strong relationship over these past several days. Can you elaborate? Of course. Okay, so he wants to buy their honey in order to make candies. Our goal is to gain a foothold and from which we could expand into Crossbell. The honey is made with lotus flowers from the village fields. I do recall Mr. Hayworth praising it for its quality. And he should be. That honey is the product of nature's bounty, passed down through the ages for generations. Seeing those fields was like the goddess herself showing me the way to a brand new confectionery venture. I call it Armorica Honey Company. The Armorica Honey Company. Not exactly pushing the envelope, but I won't deny it's pretty catchy. We plan on selling candies made primarily from Armorica Village's delectable honey. But in order to do so, we need the full cooperation of the villagers themselves. Oh my god! And so, I approached the incoming chief, Derek, with the most magnificent proposal. I asked if he could oversee the construction of the factory, as well as the new business enterprise. You offered to make Derek the manager of the Quincy Company subsidiary. Naturally, my company would make full use of its sales and marketing expertise. The fields, too, will be overseen by our staff. We don't want to cause trouble for the villagers, after all. On the contrary, we only wish to ease their life's burdens. Where do you intend on building a factory? After discussing a great many possibilities, I've settled on utilizing the village's private property on the old Armorica Road. Since it's only ever been used for storage, Derek was readily willing to agree to the arrangement. No doubt almost anybody would be under those terms, especially with how keen Derek is on revolutionizing the village. Everyone comes out a winner, isn't that swell? I'm glad you understand. In my eyes, Derek's talents and strong sense of responsibility are more than enough to qualify him for the position. With that, I divulged all that I can. Doesn't seem like a bad thing, but that's kind of close to the village to build a factory. You'd think he'd want it further on the outskirts, out on the highway itself. Mineth is a more shrewd man than we took him for. The whole spiel took some untangling, but it sounds like it could pay off big time. Seems too good to be true. It does. At any rate, I think we've got all the answers we're looking for. I mean, I don't think selling your honey to a candy company is a bad idea. It is quite an extensive plan they have, and it involves building a factory on the village's private property, no less. Never did I take Derek as the type to pursue something like this. Has Derek returned to the village yet? That's right. I don't believe I saw him. He said he'd returned to the village when we ran into him at the hotel. Well, I confess that Derek doesn't come home often these days. Instead, he's been renting a room at the Ash Tree Inn. I understand Mineth has been staying there as well. Perhaps it was Derek's reasoning to relocate. Huh. I'll let our dashing leader here handle the details. Ignoring that first part, I'll do my best to explain. Is there something more to this than we realize, Lloyd? Keep in mind it's only speculation, but I do have my suspicions about this Minith character. What do you mean? The plan he laid out for us would supposedly benefit everyone involved. Armorica Village gains a new industry, while the Quincy Company gains a subsidiary in a market they want to expand in. At a glance, it all seems well and good. Almost too good to be true. As another point of concern, considering the ridiculously low price at which Minith sold a new orbital truck to Elkin, in this context, we can think of it as an upfront investment. An orbital truck isn't something you gift to someone at random, not at the prices they go for. I've never heard of one selling for only $50,000. What you two are getting at is that he knows he's going to make that money back. Very strange indeed. A company as large as Quincy wouldn't normally invest this much capital into an unproven setup. They wouldn't. I don't like this. It leads me to believe that Minith has an ulterior motive, one that's guaranteed to make him a profit. This is all just conjecture, of course, but I would suggest that you keep what we're saying in mind. I will. And kudos to the fine work of the SSS. Okay, so they're going to handle it from here. Interesting. Well, if that guy's at the Ash Tree Inn, I want to go talk to him real quick. Now, remember, he had purple hair. Well, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on Trails to Azure as I go take out that last cryptid. But until then, I'm the Dark Seraph, signing off. Goodbye.